share. So we want to say, Andrew, you want to do the first and then I'll come in? It's okay.
Absolutely. So first of all, I would like to say happy Indian arrival to everybody. For those of you who wherever you are in the world, it's a very special holiday to Trinidad and Tobago. But we are really excited to have a very, very special episode today as we join in for Positive Moments with Andrew and Don. Webinar number 5. We thank all of our attendees for coming in. You all are like family and have been growing with us lovely as we continue to bring you all together to spend this really, really powerful moment here in this space with us. This topic might be the 5th webinar, but is probably, if not the most, to me it is the most of all, because family is where it all starts. And I really look forward to spending this time with you all. We really want to be very interactive today. So we're going to kick it off. We're going to say a special thanks to Republic Bank for allowing us to have this platform as we take it webinar by webinar. Let's go, Don.
Okay, so hello again. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have all of you on. And let me say, first of all, happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating, and as well, happy Indian Arrival Day. So glad to have you all. And we know it's a holiday, but we thank you for making the time with us. Actually, after every webinar, Andrew and I chat a bit, and we're just so happy to have all of you on. It really makes our day. And then, you know, the last time you were so blessed that you participated. I mean, so well. And we want you again to participate. So those of you who just coming on, if you haven't typed what part of Trinidad you're from or what part of the world you're from, if you could just type us a few notes. What I'm going to do is share my screen. I kind of did a little homework. And I have a nice little presentation to share that I'm going to put up. Okay. I'm going to put it up. So, you just help me really see my presentation.
We're looking good. What a beautiful picture. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So again, welcome one, welcome all. And Andrew, you know, we're mindful that there are many families being represented today. You know, and families could I mean, sometimes we say we have just maybe a mother and a daughter, maybe we have a father and a daughter, maybe we just have one parent. And I know we use the phrase a lot, single parent, but biologically it's not possible to be single parent, you know. But you know, but we have a parent standing in the gap. Somebody may have passed on, we may have had a situation, somebody had to leave. I know they have separations, they have divorce, but every family represented here, we want to say welcome. This is webinar number 5 with Andrew and Don, Positive Moments with Andrew and Don. We want to say a special hello to any Republic Bank person looking on. Thank you again, Republic Bank, for being there with us. You know, you're certainly part of our family, and we certainly cherish you. Now, I want to give a little nugget to start off. And those of you who are writing, I want you to take note of this. Let me just give you a quick nugget. It says, it's not the weight of life, and that weight is W-E-I-G-H-T. It's not the weight of life, but how we choose to carry it. Again, it's not the weight of life, but how we choose to carry it. And guess what? To carry it, I think family makes a difference. That's why this topic is called My Family, My Rock. And if you're liking the graphic, if it speaks to you, you know, you could just tell us it speaks to you. You like what you see, okay? My family, my rock, and it's not the weight of life, but how we choose to carry it. It's happening in life, and there's some weights in life that can burden us down. Now, guess what? This here is what we would call the royal family. But there's some lessons even watching this picture. The royal family. And even the royals, they have their own stories in their family. Okay, if you watch that picture good, the royals have their own story in their family. And let me tell you, we all part of a family. We don't have to be the royal family to feel like family, okay? But we are all family, and we all have families. Okay, we might have to wear all those badges and all those things and all those, you know, and wear the fancy hat and everything. And No. But and every family has their story. So let's not be jealous of anybody's family. We have our family and we have to be proud of them. And we'll talk more about that. Now I have to do a quick apology because this says the royal family, when really and truly this is sponsored by Republic Bank. So I can't say the royal family. Let me just say the Republic Bank. The Republic Bank family. Glad to have you all on here. We all family inside of this. But let's talk a little bit more about family. And again, if you watch the picture, every family has their own story. Every single family. We don't want you to miss that. Okay? Now, guess what, folks? The love of family makes life beautiful. That unconditional love makes life beautiful. And can you see my love seat? Right? Can you see my little love seat? No, Andrew, I'm not seeing any comments. You probably have to read some comments to me that are coming up, you know?
Yeah, will do.
And Andrew, I want to add something to the love seat. So kind of a little special surprise, folks. There's a love seat, and they don't have room for 3. They only have room for 2. So I found 2 people, yeah, to put in that love seat. That's Andrew, one of his wedding pictures. And then there's another picture by the rock, you know. You almost did an ad there for Guardian Life. Sounded like a rock. Okay, but Andrew, my family, my rock. But Andrew, guess what? It's not sufficient. I think that if you are looking on, it's not sufficient because Andrew is in Spain and his wife Olivia is in Trinidad. And we're going to do a first. Guess what, folks? Guess who's here with us? Olivia. Hello,
Hi.
Olivia. Come on, let's give some love to Olivia. Come on, folks. You're always asking about Andrew's wife. Can I see Andrew's wife? Where's Andrew's wife? There she is.
There
Okay.
she sure
Hello.
is.
Come on, give some love to Olivia. Yeah. Wow.
Yes. So
Hi, Rini. Hi, Als.
If you see an extra
Hi,
smile
Uncle
today,
Bill.
Olivia, did you see Andrew with an extra smile today? Okay. Andrew says something now. Andrew only smile. If you all, Andrew don't smile so much. He smile once a week. Today you only smile the whole day. Okay. Andrew, say something. Come on. Say something.
Yeah. Where there's a king, there's always a queen, and you know, we're on the show together, and it's very special to have her here. Very special to have her here. It's a little emotional to see her from far, but it's nice, you know. It's, you know, when we thought of bringing Olivia onto the show to talk about family, you know, she's my rock, you know. So to have her on here was the most fitting thing we could possibly do, to really and truly talk about how we're able to have each other as rocks, you know, and have a solid relationship no matter what. Just
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you a little secret, Andrew. When you were sharing your story, I mean, those of you who haven't seen it, that was our second webinar. And Olivia, and I know you may have seen it, but when Andrew was talking about, you know, his story, one of the pictures came up with you, and I mean, that was really, really special. And that for me kind of spurred, you know, the ideas to my family, my rock. You know, when all the crowd's not around Andrew, like you're not doing a stadium sport. But when all the people on the sideline not there and all the other boats not there, and you have to head back home and hopefully physically soon, you know, it's your family that's there. And I mean, I really, you know, dedicate this webinar to you and to Olivia, right? Because you really represent what family is all about. You know, I love both of you. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I love you both. And you really stand strong. I mean, standing strong from Spain and Trinidad, there's no distance in love. There's no distance in love. So I want to tell you, continue to stand. Continue to stand. And Olivia, people don't know a little bit about you, and they don't know much about you, so just know a little bit. And Olivia, you could just talk a little bit. You know, everyone has that sibling. Just give a little snippet. Okay, we have some. I think you have how many in your family, Olivia? 25 boys and 1 girl.
I'm very, very blessed to come from a very big family, 2 sisters and 1 brother. Lots of nieces and nephews, and my brother-in-laws are like my family as well. I have my parents, my in-laws too, all with babies, and all of them are my rocks,
Wow,
which I'm very blessed.
Wow, and I can imagine Andrew not being there now. A lot of them have to stand in the gap, eh? They have to stand in.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, all the nieces and wow, wow, wow. But folks, if you look at the picture, we all have siblings. We all have siblings, and everybody is different. We can't expect everybody to be like us. And we have to respect our differences, even in the family. That's an important point there. We have differences in the family. We have different personalities. You have some people as your only child is one thing, and then you have two children, a younger one and an older one, and then where do you fit? Sometimes you have three children, one in the middle, and then one seems to be the favorite. Everybody think that that one is the favorite.
Me.
You
The
see,
baby, let's be real.
I know that when I hit a chord somewhere with somebody,
Yeah.
right? But really and truly, every family member is special. Every family member is unique, and we need to cherish that. Every family member has a specific role to play, and that's very, very important. Now, I want to share a little nugget. I mean, those of you who are listening for a while, and those of you maybe for the first time, I love words, and very important with families is how we relate one to the another. It's very important how we relate. And it's so interesting. Just one letter makes a difference between relate and related. Think about that, Relate and related is a D that makes a difference. Okay, D is for done. But that relation, that relation, how we relate to one another is very, very important. And take my little word for it. If you're writing it down, you'll see it earlier. You'll see it faster. The word red, and red represents stop, and the word tail, T-A-L-E. The word red, R-E-D, and T-A-L-E, if you mix them up, you get related. What that means really is that the tail, let the story be that we don't stop, but we continue that love no matter what. No matter what. Andrew, some people don't know if you have a sister, a brother. Well, you have two brothers. If you have any brothers beside me?
I have one brother and three sisters.
What? No, is that an older brother or?
I have one older brother, two sisters for my mom and dad, and one stepsister.
Wow, wow, wow. Because as we talk in family, my rock, we had to share a little bit about the family as well too. Because our family we represent the family. I have a twin brother. I'm the better looking out of the not so good looking too. Right? Right? But I have an identical twin. Okay, so you might see me and not see me. You might say hello to me, and then I might say hello back to you. It's not that I'm being standoffish, it's because you're saying hello to him. So
exactly.
But I want to tell you again, folks, one thing we cannot choose in life is our parents, but we certainly can choose our appearance. Let me say that again. We can't choose our parents. Imagine that. You can't choose your parents. And a tough question for somebody. If we could choose our parents, would you have chosen the parents you have? Wow. Andrew, I think we should get some comments. Andrew, just help me. Get some comments. Get some comments.
I want to extend a little more. You not only can't choose your parents, you can't choose your family. This is when blood comes to blood. This is what is then by nature, by natural, and a lot of people forget that inside families too, no matter who the family is, they are human beings, regardless of their blood or not. We're all human beings, and we all have the decision whether we want to work alongside each other or not. And people think that because you're actually a family, or because you're a brother or sister, that you must be a friend to one another. Now, I don't believe that. I think everybody must be friends and family to one another. I think that, even though my blood family is huge, everybody that already around me, I feel like they're family too. And Don, like you, I feel like you're part of my family. And I do consider you family. But the bloodline between me and you, there's none. There's no existence, So it's really and truly my family, my rock. Over time, I have realized that, yes, my blood is my blood, and I love my blood no matter what. But it's much, much bigger than that, And I think I really want everyone to understand that family is who you choose to make your family, not just the blood that's around you. I encourage you to keep the blood close for sure, but why can't you keep the blood and all the loved ones around you that really matter to you close? And that's something I really love now and really want for the future of my life, and something I would also like to teach my kids in the future, to really love one another, like, you know, as if these people are your family. Not because they're not your family doesn't mean you don't treat them like family, you know?
Andrew, that's powerful. And I'm going to share something, Andrew, that you didn't even know about me. I was adopted by family.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. I was
Wow.
adopted by a lovely family in Maraval.
You and your brother at the same time?
Yeah, that was huge for me. That was really, really big because my folks at home, we were not getting along. My parents were separated. There was a divorce. And I really had a real dark spot in my life. And this family took me in and showed me unconditional. It's over 35 years now I know them, Andrew. Secondary school, you know, they took me in, and boy, that really made a difference. And they, to me, are sometimes, you know, they family. And I mean family, family. And I can't tell it, you know what I mean? And nothing to do with blood or whatever, Andrew. We are family. I've seen a lot of their kids born and healthy kids, and you know, have a wonderful time with them. So let's not take for granted the families we're in, okay? And I mean, not all the families. Like I hated Christmas time because it meant family. I hated Christmas because just the word family and families having, I didn't have that in my family. So folks, we want to make sure how we relate to one another. The home is a joyous home as far as can be. Let's make the home a joyous home. Let's make it where people want to come home. You know, a busy day at work, but you want to get back to family. You know what I mean? So that's very, very, very important. And Andrew, huge in that. It says families are like branches on a tree. We go in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. So you might grow far, far away, but you go far away, but you still remain family.
Yeah.
You still remain family. I think when people travel, Andrew, and Olivia could attest to this too, when you travel is when you miss family. When you're in duty free, you want to buy something for your family. You bring things for other people too, but you want to do something for family. And I want to just ask everybody on the chat. I mean, yes, we don't all travel often and so on. Now, I don't think there's any traveling happening. Andrew, you better bring it back very quickly too, mind you. Right?
Yes,
but you know,
please.
When we're thinking about our family, let's ask ourselves, what are the thoughts we have about our family? You know, sometimes the gift, we think we have to buy expensive gift. What about just bringing unconditional love? Well, even two people watching now, if you could just tell somebody, thank you for being my family. I'm so glad to have you in my family. You know, I always tell people, things happen in life, and I hear people trying to talk when people can't reply, and to say all sorts of things, okay? So we all connected, and the oceans don't separate us. The love in our hearts is what will bind us together. Yes, the blood too.
But
very, very important.
I want to challenge you here.
And this family time,
if
it's
you don't,
like a strange thing.
If you
That
don't
was a
mind,
long time, but does it still exist? I'm asking. Does it exist? I don't know. Maybe somebody could share. What does family time mean to them? Somebody looking on. What does family time mean to you? Andrew, I can't see the comments. You could give me a comment or two. Somebody want to post a question.
Are you hearing me, Don?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Games. You have games night. You have family time, quality time. No phone. Being present. Being present and all the time together. We have some very powerful statements there, which I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more that being present, not just being in the same room, but you know, putting away the phone, sometimes putting away the TV, putting away other distractions, dinner together with no devices. This is very powerful stuff. You know, Christmas lime, Trinity Christmas lime. But while we're talking about family time, and you know, something that has really stayed really true and powerful to me is that I have a huge family, humongous family. And Olivia, you have a huge family too. And like, for example, on Christmas Day, we have sometimes have to juggle between the two families, you know. And to me, of course, I would like to see everybody and spend as much time with everybody, but it's not possible. I want to share my time and spend time with everybody. But when I realize like what on Christmas Day is probably some of the biggest time, when sometimes I pause on Christmas Day and I look around at the size of the families that Olivia and I are around, to me it's really shocking, because this very rarely happens. You know, for example, for me, my brother and sister, one of my brothers and sisters live in Barbados. And Olivia, where are some of your siblings?
I have a sister and a niece and a brother-in-law in New York, and then I have another sister and 3 nieces and nephews and a brother-in-law in Canada.
So we're spread really far around the world, to the point where we can't see these people every day. But yes, technology has really helped us to connect, and that really does a lot, because we're able to share so much nowadays on technology, like we're doing right now, thanks to Republic Bank. But I really, and Olivia reminds me about this too. And like, maybe even when you go by like Olivia's father, he has like a no toleration policy at phones at the table. They do not bring a phone.
You get the cut eye.
Correct. You turn off the TV and you don't bring the phone to the table. And I love that, because at the same time, really and truly, we don't realize how we're not being present in the moment. I think I can multitask really well, but that's giving 50% of my time. That's giving 50% of my time to the phone and 50% of my time to whoever I am at the table with. And I think it's really, really important. I don't have children to understand how it is having to have little children running around everywhere, and you're trying to bring them all on a table to sit and be present. Or one might be crying and you need an iPad for them. But as I grow up, I really see how important it is to stay in the moment when you have the opportunity to be in the moment with them.
Yeah. Olivia, a question for you, Olivia. When you interact with your family abroad, let's say in New York or so, how are those conversations? How does that feel when you get a chance to chat with them? How does that feel?
Well, for me, honestly, some of the most important people in my life are unfortunately abroad. My 2 sisters and my husband. So my family time consists of always being there, a phone call away, always, no matter what, calling, even if it's just to say hi. I have one sister who I can call and say hi and hang up and be like, okay, bye. I have another sister who just stays on the phone with me while the kids are screaming in the background. She's like, just stay there. And it's just about being there, honestly, and just taking the time out, or just having them propped up on a stand and being there for the most important times for them to cry or laugh or share one little memory with. And that's my quality family time.
Wow. You know, you said something there, Olivia, is a two-edged sword, because, you know, we talk about making that call and having them available, but do you know now the same technology is actually dividing families? The same technology, because there are families now where everybody's in a different room, they don't eat together, and people are messaging in the next room to say hello, and then you're messaging you have to come together and actually connect. So whilst technology is good, and especially when you're abroad, but when we're here, I think the phones and so on, I'm guilty of that a bit too, because the phone seems to be so much more important, and you at times lose the connection. So let's not miss that connection, the human connection, the people we have close to us. Let's not miss that connection. Okay, that's very, very important. And another block in families is this word called unforgiveness. Unforgiveness. And you know, some people hold some things, that something happened with a family member years ago, and they carry that one thing and for years, and refuse to chat. The people who with siblings who are not going to chat whatsoever. I mean, when you have a divided family, a separated family, and a divorce and all that too, and then you have the parents hiding the kids, and then you have all sorts of things going on there. Okay, let me tell you, folks, forgiveness is necessary to go forward smoothly in life. If you don't forgive, you are a prisoner, not the person. If you don't forgive the person, you are a prisoner. You got to set yourself free and you got to learn to forgive. And you know, let me give you something to think about. Try to accept an apology, an imaginary apology from somebody who you know wouldn't apologize. No, I'm telling you.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Just imagine, accept an apology. The person didn't say, okay, I guess in my mind they didn't mean it. You know, sometimes we're too thin-skinned and we hold on to things. And Andrew, I started off by saying it's not the weight of life, but how we choose to carry it. And if we carry in unforgiveness, it only gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And it affects the entire family. Imagine having a family gathering and then half the family not talking to the other half of the family. That's not the love that we want to talk about. That wouldn't be a positive moment at all.
Definitely
and it will
not.
lead to negative consequences. Okay, so we need to forgive each other, you know, and we ask the question again, family time, does it exist? And Andrew, I just want you to take 2 seconds. I think my screen very quickly just did a little thing on me, right? But I'm going to give a little exercise now. All of us would have had some family member. My dad 2 years ago passed away. And everyone, I'm going to pause and say this slowly. If you had the chance to see a family member again, the person passed away, if you had a chance to say something to that person, you got the chance, what would you say? You could type us, Andrew, you could read a few of the comments to me too as well. I'm just going to change the screen a bit, right? But I want to get some comments. We want to get some comments. What would you say to that family member? Olivia, okay, and you could as well could think about it as well. What would you say to that family member that passed? Could be a distant cousin, an aunt. What would you say to them? And that time, Andrew, you can look at the comments in the meanwhile. Let me just pause the share a little bit.
I'm gonna let Livy go first.
I'm honestly very blessed to not have lost close family members in my life. My granny, my dad's mom, was the first person in my life that I lost. And I really, really, as much as I struggled to go and visit, I wish I spent more time with her. And I wish it wasn't as much of an effort to go and visit her. And I wish I saw her more.
Wow.
I agree.
That's fantastic. Andrew, you heard that comment, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Wish she had more time. And that's and I'm seeing some people commenting, Andrew.
Yes.
Okay. And you know, one of the things that they shared, okay, is that and it's so critical. And let me just share my screen again. Let me just get this back up.
Yes, we have your life and your teachings. Your love was appreciated. Exactly, and your love was appreciated. Yeah, beautiful. I love you from someone else. I am glad to have you as a sister, and I love you. I miss you.
Wow.
I lost him there for a second. I put that up. But yeah, we have.
A couple more.
I'm glad to have you as a sister, and I love you. I miss you. My father died when I was a child, and I wish I could see and hug you. My mother, who passed away last year, Mommy, you did an excellent job at raising us, and I want to say thanks for being the best mother any child could have. I love you. Wow. And then from Melissa, we have my grandmother. I didn't get the opportunity to know you, but I love you. From Vivian, we have thank you for sharing your love with me. Thank you for sharing your light with me. Part of your light will always be with me. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow, that's powerful. Andrew, could you read that again? That's powerful.
Thank you for sharing your love with me. Thank you for sharing your light with me. Part of your light will always be with me. And then we have...
My. And Andrew, I really want to thank the people that actually taken the time to share this, because this is personal, you know?
Yeah.
And this is all part of my family, my rock. And it's critical Andrew, I'm going to share something that I'm sure is
I
going
just
to be
have 3 more to read here. Let me just read these
No,
last 3.
let me hear them. Let me hear them. Let me hear them.
I would say, I love you and miss you, Daddy. My granny, teach me those recipes. And then from Merlene, we have, I would thank my mom for the strength she showed, for I appreciate me to be a great single parent like she was.
Wow, wow. Folks, I'm going to share something that is going to be special. Let me just read this first. Being family means you're a part of something very wonderful. It means you will love and be loved for the rest of your life, no matter what. And a lot of people there, Andrew, I sure some didn't type, and I'm sure everyone typing, they put, I love you. Just those words, I love you. And not in any way to make this morbid, I want to share something for the benefit of everybody. I just was inspired to share this, and let me share it with you. Start to treat your family members, let's begin there, your family members, every time they're in your presence, start to treat them like it's the last time you're going to see them.
I couldn't agree more.
Start to treat them like that. Okay? Start to treat them like that. Start to treat them like the last time you're going to see them. Okay? I know somebody was just trying to get onto me there, but start to treat every family member like the last time you're going to see them. I'm sure you're going to treat them different. And don't just treat your family members so, Andre, everybody you meet, if you start in life to all the people you interact with and treat them as if it's the last time you're going to see them, you're going to have a wonderful time interacting with people.
Yes.
Wonderful time.
You know, I've been on the road traveling around the world for over the last 15 plus years. 4 Olympic campaigns. Only have qualified for 3 of them, but I've been traveling for many, many years, and I have missed endless family events and miss some of the most important family things, even family funerals to close ones. I've missed a lot. And that has really taught me when I connect, and this not only goes for blood, this goes to people that I consider my family. My family is much more than blood to me. When I get in a conversation with somebody I really have love for, it sometimes could go for almost like hours. And I really get into a zone there and connect with people in a way, because being away and missing so much has taught me that, you know, even the ones who would have hurt me the most, I still love them like never before, because I don't want to take 2 things to my grave with me. I don't want to take any of my dreams with me.
Wow.
And I don't want to take any of my any regrets with me.
Wow.
I
think you repeat that. You can say that again.
There are 2 things I don't want to take to my grave with me. I don't want to take any of my dreams with me, and I don't want to take any regrets with me. So even if people have hurt, you know, my wife and I the most, I still have a special place for that in my heart, because even that one painful moment that they would have put on my wife or myself, that one painful moment is not going to take away 30 or 20 years of memories. And it doesn't mean I'm going to continue being the best friend with them today for tomorrow. There's a healing process in everything. And that sometimes takes longer than we would like, because you have to be natural about it. But really and truly, where it comes to from the bottom of my heart, they are still there. And I just really would like an apology sometimes. And even when the apology doesn't come, I'm gonna do what you said, Don. I'm gonna give myself that apology from them.
Yes. That's huge. Andrew, I think somebody just typed something there. Did you read me what they typed?
Yes. So because we see our family members so often, we think time is ours, but it is not. Life changes in a split second. Cherish them and the time.
Wow.
And then we have someone says that they love what I said, they totally agree. And we have someone now joining us saying sorry to be late.
Oh, that's cool. And Andrew, three things, I think three very short statements as it relates to family, we need to get into our heads, we need to get into our mindsets, is I'm sorry. That's just very easy. I'm sorry, I forgive you, and I love you no matter what. Let me say it again. They help a lot with families. I'm sorry, okay? I forgive you, and I love you no matter what. It's very, very important. And those are three things we need to folks, no matter what, to always say to our family members. I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you no matter what. You know? And I want to, Olivia, I want to have a tough question for you.
Give me.
A little personal. So when you're saying goodbye to Andrew, and you head in one part of the world, you head in another part of the world, what do you say to Andrew? Give us a little sneak peek. What you say to him? Boy, make sure and stay in that boat.
To be honest, my goodbye to Andrew is always, I'll meet you in our dreams.
Wow. You'll make me cry, yeah? You know that. You know, you're gonna...
And mine
That's
is,
that's how I say goodnight.
and I like to say, see you soon, because I'll be back. Sometimes goodbyes are more forever, you know? See you soon.
Yes. See you later, alligator.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
In a wild crocodile.
Exactly.
And so as a television. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, somebody's just typing something there. But you know, it says, Andrew, to surround yourself with people that force you to do better. And I mean, it's not so nice when you have family members who crying you down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say to somebody, you might have a family member who might push you down, but guess what? You still be the uplifter. You be an uplifter in your family. When you come to a family line, then everybody said, oh gosh, look, Bubblicious Reach. Look, you know, that person's so bubbly. You know what I mean? Everybody, they just get left. Okay? You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to be the life of the party, but have something positive. And surround yourself with people that force you to do better. And I choose to believe my family wants me to be better, and they will help me be better. And they'll be there for me. You know, Andrew, what's really sad and we take for granted, we only have 8 deaths in the country. But what about Spain, where you are? What about Italy? What about Iraq? What about America? And where you can't even go some nice to a funeral now. Andrew, you know how hard it is that the person is passed? I had a schoolmate just 2 weeks ago passed away, not even 2 weeks, a week ago. And nobody could go to his funeral, and he's Mr. Popular. He was a teacher, popular teacher. And nobody, only 5 people could go to the funeral. That's really hard. That's really, 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 really tough. Okay, so let's not take, and we're coming in for a landing. It says here, everybody riding with you ain't riding for you. Let the car get stuck and see who gets out to push. Okay, folks? When we, you know, we have a flat tire, who we call in? Yeah, you might call the boss and say, okay, I'm taking a 3 days off. Tire need fixing. You know? But guess what? You know, most times you're calling a family member and saying, you know, family, come and help me. And that's how we're supposed to live with family. I don't know about you, but any family, I want to go by them and eat. And when I come by you and live here, all you know I eating. You know what I mean? You know, all the fruits that they have for Andrew and Olivia, again. You know what I mean? And you're not even hearing me say Olivia. I feel I'm family, I say Olivia. I think she'd be cut off Andrew, I don't know. She's back, yeah?
Yeah.
And she got cut off for a second there because she was done coming by to get some food again.
She went to lock the door. She went to lock the door.
Yeah, boy. You know?
I have an open door policy. My door is always open.
Definitely. And that's how we're supposed to live, you know. That makes us, actually, do you know that foreigners actually look at us? But foreigners actually think about us. They love in the Caribbean, because in some countries, you can't just turn up by family. You have to and call first and say you're going to be there. Mm-hmm. But here we could just drop by. Hey, let me see how that pilau coming around. Oh, that's you have any fridge there? Let me get a little. You know what I mean? And let's live like that, okay? And folks, I want you to get this point. This says here, your family is the best team you could ever have. Now, I'm giving somebody a life nugget here, inspired nugget. Your family is the best team you could ever have. The last webinar was called the importance of team. But your family is the best team you could ever have. they all get involved in the game. They're not just staying on the sideline. We have some friends that will stay on the sideline and the coach on the sideline. But the family, they are team members. And let me tell you, look at it, it says to the left, soaring to new heights. Look at the word family. And the aim is to fly and be in full flight. And first, look at it carefully. The words aim and the word fly, the word aim and the word fly, if you mix them up, you get family. So the family is supposed to be soaring to new heights. Okay? Soaring to new heights. And there's one thing I want to touch on, right? Now, this is the Chin family. I know them well from this picture. Okay? But hear me carefully. Okay? But hear me carefully, right? What does your family name represent? Everybody, let your name mean something. The Lewises mean something. The Lafoucards mean something. What does your family name mean? When you think about how you're interacting with society and interacting with family, it's a name that you carry. And your family name is very, very, very important. Cherish your family name. That's what makes the family solid like a rock. That you cherish your family name, and that name stands for something. Okay.
Don, do you think that where your family is from dictates anything?
No, well, Andrew, let me give you this carefully. In life, is not where you come from, but it's where you're going to. It's not who you are, it's who you could become. Let me say it again. In life, right? So I think somebody like it that one there too. And my friends, in life, it's not where you come from, but it's where you're going to. Okay? And it's not who you are, it's who you can become. Okay? Your area doesn't make you, you make your area. And our family could be from this area, but hello, we give a name to that family. Let's make sure that name is a name that everybody wants to gladly say.
We have a question. What if you have mixed family names? Mom has one last name, dad has another last name. Does your last name really define you?
Well, that's a fun. Well, here, but you know, the fact that you have your mommy's last name and your father's last name, can I tell you a secret? You now represent two names there. So yes, it defines you as well too. So make that name stand for something. The overall name means something. And if you have the two names, two barrel names, I know there's single people with barrel names, double barrel names. Guess what? Make sure that name stands for something. It has to stand for something.
I don't think it matters the name that you're given or not given. I think it's what you do with whatever you have is the most important thing. I could have, my name could be Ann, just A-N, and that's all. But it's what I do with A-N. It's what really going to define me. I'm not going to let I might, no matter how they say I had a really bad history and my family name has a bad history behind it. I'm not going to let that dictate my future. I'm going to tell my story, and I'm going to make sure my story for Andrew Lewis is going to represent me. And I'm going to represent myself no matter what the history I'm coming with, because we can't choose the history we come with. We cannot. That's already in the past. What we can't choose is what we're going to do with that history. And even someone might take the opportunity to clear up a family's name just by leading them down the right track. So I really think that
I don't think it's also just about clearing the past, but also creating a path for the future.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's fantastic, Olivia. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
Because you know what it says too, Olivia, you know what family is about? It's about making memories. Hello? It's about making memories. And guess what? The memories, let's try and make good memories. Let's not try and make memories that we have to regret later on that we did that. Let's try and make new memories. Even today for us, with positive moments with Andrew and Don. Hello, it's a memory about families that we created. All right? And again, let's try to find the lovely things. Those three things I said, you know, very, very easy. I'm sorry. Hello, you know, I'm sorry. I forgive you. And I love you no matter what. Let that be unconditional love. Unconditional love. Very, very important. Very, very important.
Couldn't agree more.
And somebody is sharing something with us there.
Yeah, a lot of sharing coming in here. I think there's one really important thing that I have learned through traveling. You know, when you go to Japan, Don, you bow to each one of your family members. You bow straight down to them. It's very interesting. Everyone is bowing to your close people. You're bowing to them. So when you see someone bow to somebody, you know that's a close family member of theirs. I've been traveling since a young boy, and I don't know where this came from, but for example, every single time possible, I kiss my mother and my father hello and goodbye.
Wow.
And I'm 30 years old, and in Trinidad culture, it's a little bit sometimes strange that I kiss my father hello and goodbye. But that's my special connection with my dad, and that's my special connection with my mom. And I don't know if I learned that through the Spanish culture, because all day long they kiss each other hi and bye. And you would see me, and even once I got in trouble, we went to a school once, and when I go to the school, I hug everyone. And due to a religious background, you're not supposed to hug the woman. And I got in a little bit of trouble from that. But my personality is I want to hug and love everybody, just because that's who I am. And I'm not sad that I approach that person with a hug, but I'm respectful of their religion, and I'm respectful of their wants. And of course, I learned, but I will continue to operate like that, because I think even though right now in the situation where we're not allowed to be after social distance, I still will always believe, and I know eventually we'll be able to. I still think a hug, and in some cases a kiss, is some of the most powerful connections. It really and truly is bringing two human beings closer than ever through physical touch, and you see me, I always come to hug you, Don, that's what I do.
Yes.
That's my way of showing my love, and I will always continue that, even in
and COVID can't stop that, yeah? COVID ain't stopping that. Let me just tell you that.
Exactly. Even in a professional setting too, some of the biggest CEOs, I greet them with a hug. That's my style. I don't care where it is. I want to greet you with a hug because I'm coming in here with love, and that handshake thing is okay, cool, no problem. But when it comes to my family, I'm going to greet you with a hug, and in some cases a kiss too, because that's my expression for love on a consistent basis.
Wow. In this time, Andrew, of social distancing, hugging may be a thing that people are, but I mean, when things normalize a bit, and they are going to get better, it's not going to last forever. I could imagine people would want to just go and give a real hug to. I miss seeing you in person. I miss being in your company. I really cherish you. And sometimes we only cherish people when we don't have them,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, this video thing ain't cutting it so much. I mean, yeah, we have to do it Zoom and whatever. But we really and truly want to see people in person and really let them know that we love them. I mean, those of you who have somebody next to you, you can give them a hug and say, hey, I love you. I love you. I really cherish you. That's what this is about. That's why it's my family, my rock. And that's a firm rock that you want to be able to stand on, that you could stand up and stand out for something. Okay, we get some wonderful comments. You know what I mean? We get some wonderful comments here. And somebody said, is that a hug they're sending for me or for you, Andrew?
I have so many hugs to bring home, especially for my wife. I have I'm checking in an extra suitcase because I have that much hugs to bring home.
Wow.
Can't wait to come home and hug up everybody.
But that's so important, man. So let's make some wonderful memories, folks. Let's make some wonderful memories. I think there's something that somebody wants to share with us. Anybody has a little testimony they want to share about family with us?
Anything you
want
to
share? Did you have anybody reunite after years, get back together after years, and the joy of that?
Liv, is there anything you want to share about family? You're on the platform with us. Please feel free.
I guess the biggest thing that maybe hasn't totally been touched on is family doesn't have to be a big group of people. It doesn't have to be a small group of people. It could just be one person. That's your family. And I hope everybody has that opportunity to have that.
Wow. So Lydia, if I'm hearing correctly, even if it's just you and one person, cherish that one person, it's still family.
Yes.
Wow. And I want to touch on another point. Even when you're thinking about starting a new family, we have a couple of youngsters on. When you're thinking about starting a new family, try to find people who are family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That's a tough one there. You know what I mean? That's a little tough one there. Trying to find people with a nice family background as well too. You know, we're not going to be judgmental, but you want to have people who you feel comfortable that they want to share the love. You want to, you know, to be able to mingle with other people quite easily. And of course, respect your own family. Respect
Or
those
people who are willing to learn and willing to share love and be open. Because some people may not have had that opportunity in the past.
Yeah. And I love what Merlin is saying here. Don't forget our work family. You know, when I do workshops at companies, there's some people who, if they don't consider the person next to them, I don't love you, I just work with you 8 hours a day, I don't care about you. But hello, let them be a work family. You'll see that you get much more done and the atmosphere will be a much more loving atmosphere. Okay, so it's very, very important, right? It's very, very important. We see everybody as family. Now in Trinidad, I can take a little note. You're walking on the road, family!
It's true.
Right, you make everybody your family.
And there was one person who, when we started talking about family, they said no comment. That was at the start. And I didn't bring it up because I knew I wanted to leave that to the end. So if for those of you who maybe felt the same way that individual did, where they had no comment to say about their family, I really hope that throughout this webinar with us and more throughout this family time with us here today, I really hope that we were able to change that perspective with you, because, you know, it's so important to realize that even though you are family with so many people, or just maybe even one person, as Olivia said, this is your family and they are different human beings to you. Even an identical twin like Don and his twin brother Dion, they are the closest, some of the closest you can get to some people being almost the same, but they're not. They are still two different human beings. And it's so important to realize that they are different. And when people are different, we all have to respect their differences and just love them as they are. And this is something I have really tried to develop over the years, because I used to try to think that, you know, people will be more like me. And that's not right, and that's not correct. Let them be who they are and love them for who they are. And I really want to continue to spread that message, because I've learned so much by allowing people to be who they are and love them exactly how they are.
Yeah. Andrew, I just want to give a nugget there. You know, we've heard it said before, and I just want to repeat it here. The family that prays together stays together. You know, I don't know that many families do, but the family that prays together actually stays together. You know, so that's something you really, really want to do. You love your family, you pray with them, you pray for them. When you go by a hospital, Andrew, and you look at the people visiting hours, you walk around and ask who it is. You hardly hear friend, okay? But what you hear, family. It's a family member. This is a family member. We don't have to wait till the hospital bed to then look at the person and try to see all sorts of things that we do. Sometimes people don't mean. Some people, that is. Okay? But we want to pray together. We want to be there for our families.
And James said, family doesn't just have to be the people who share your bloodline. Family are the people who you feel safe and trusted being around.
That's the Lewises for me. The Lewises. That's Olivia and Andrew Lewis.
Yeah, well, we like to encourage to definitely share that space with everybody to make, because, you know, it's really important to make people feel loved and comfortable. People really encourage more and more.
Wow.
You know, and as I remember, for those of you who were here from the start, we showed a picture of how the coronavirus has been spreading from 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 and 4 to 6 and rapid. And I remember I put a picture of love over the coronavirus sign. And I said, once we spread love, we'll spread love much faster than the coronavirus. And this virus will come and go, but love will stay here forever. So let's not wait until someone's in the hospital, or till someone passes away, or until Christmas. And I'm saying this for me too, because I'm not perfect either. Let's try to make it to those family members. Let's try to spend more family time. Let's call a family member when you have the opportunity. And if there's someone you really want to make amends with, be the bigger one and take the opportunity to reach out to them and just spread love. Because the more love we have is the more happiness we're going to have. And we're on this planet to be happy. That's all we were put here before. We will be sad sometimes. We are human. But we were put here to be happy. So the more good vibes and the more love we spend is the happier we'll be. So let it go. Apologize to yourself if you need to, as Don said. And let's just keep going. Let's just keep spreading love. And we will come out on top.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, I want to add what you're saying as we get ready to close in a little while. I want to share a thought. And it says to Andrew that we make decisions from our heart, not our head. What we put in our heart is what we go after. So let's make a conscious decision in our heart to really and truly love our family members, cherish them, look at them with unconditional love, treat them with unconditional love, forgive where we need to. None of us guaranteed to be here tomorrow, and we don't want to live with regrets. I could have, I should have, the truth is I would have. But the people that we have now, let's try our very best. Hello, it's not guaranteed that the people are going to reciprocate. But I'm telling you what, on our part, let's try to do the best and be the best for each and every family member. One day somebody could be in Spain, one day somebody could be in Trinidad. Hello, but they're still family and they still have a love for one another. It's very, very important. Okay, so I want to cherish, I want to tell Olivia, love you, right? Love you and Andrew. And I'm so glad that, Olivia really made Andrew, to close off this session, you're going to do a live, what do you call a live love letter. Olivia, don't hide, right? Don't hide. She's blushing already. You think Olivia hiding, right? Where Olivia going? Olivia, I want to see her. Andrew, where's her videos off?
No, she's there. I think someone is disturbing her phone with a phone call. Let me see.
Okay, somebody's on her. Where's Livy?
I think she can hear us.
On? Olivia, if you're hearing us, let us know.
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Olivia, where are you? You seen her? I'm not seen her yet. You seen her?
No, not yet.
I think Olivia's there. We're gonna do this quick. Yeah, but I'm just gonna ask you just to say, give a little love letter for Olivia. As you've seen her there, you wanna just, as a main rock in your family. I remember Kyron saying his wife is the army captain, he's the vice captain at home,
Mm-hmm.
And just those of you just waiting for Olivia to come back, but let me tell you folks, the next session is on Wednesday. So we'll be back again on Wednesday one time. We'll be back again on Wednesday. Wednesday's topic, let me just tell you very quickly, Wednesday's topic, and that's the 3rd of June. Wednesday's topic is the importance of savings. The importance of savings, the importance of saving. A lot of people got caught with it, without having anything there at all, especially in this time. So we bring in a young man. I think he's on today's Sead Bash. We're going to bring Sead, and Sead is going to be chatting with us in a wonderful way, as only Sead can do, about the importance of saving. So that is going to be on Wednesday. Okay, all of us could learn something. I intended to take my notes as well too. All right. Looking forward to having you on Wednesday, the 6th of June, the importance of saving, or you can add a S, savings. Very, very important. And we'll be doing a new link for each one. So remember, folks, it's not the same registration link for this one. We'll send you a new one. We want you to share the message with somebody. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Andrew, so I think Olivia is hiding. Why did somebody else? Maybe a family member was trying to get onto her.
Yes, maybe. I think she got cut off there. If she joins us back, we'll close. But I just want to really ask you all to, if there's any feedback you all want to share with us, any questions about family, if there's anything really and truly that you don't have the courage at the moment to, or the strength at the moment to, and you need support from Dawn or myself, please reach out to us. We have our email. Some of you may be joining us for the first time ever. We have our email address, Positive Moments. What exactly is the email address again, Don?
Is andrewandonlive@gmail.com, andrewandonlive@gmail. And thank you, Jenny. I think Wednesday is supposed to be June the 3rd. Is it June the 3rd, Wednesday? upcoming this Wednesday, June the 3rd. Somebody could, yeah, Wednesday,
Yes.
June the 3rd. All right. And Andrew, just, James just said something lovely there. I just want to get back. If you just see James just made a wonderful comment there, about the meaning of family, right? Family always means I love you. That's the whole word family always means I love you, right? And I know it can mean as again, father and mother, I love you as well. Father and mother, I love you. Or family always means I love you. Thank you, James. That's fantastic. Okay, so we not the 6th is the, I'm thinking of the 6th month, but it's the 3rd of June. Wednesday, the 3rd of June is our next session, the importance of savings. And be sure we gave you something to save. I hope you have a little thought that you could save there, something that will make a pleasant memory going forward for you and your family. You want to thank everybody for being on. Andrew, you want to say anything? And then I think I have a little poem to close off with.
Yes. So thank you all for coming, here today and spending an hour of your Saturday here with us. We are very blessed and honored to have every single one of you all here. Every time, we have you all in this space with us, we are truly honored to share this opportunity with you all. And we're so, so, so grateful for all the amazing feedback that you all send us with all the different emails and messages we've been getting. It really, really is allowing us to stay so strong to what we have been really trying to do here, because Positive Moments with Andrew and Don is not even halfway through. Some people are asking themselves, wow, they have 16 sessions with these guys and it now start? What could they possibly come with for 16 sessions? Well, believe it or not, the last session is going to be one of the most powerful sessions you can possibly imagine through this. So I want to encourage you all, spread the word, bring a friend. Honestly, it doesn't matter who the friend is, bring somebody, because I know that there are people who are going to need to be back in here. So thank you all for joining us here today. And we really look forward to see you on Wednesday as we talk about something very, very important and something that's going to really help you for the future. So, Don, close it up.
Yeah, man. So I just want to say thank you to Republic Bank again. Thank you, Republic Bank, for making this possible. And for all of the Republic Bank people we have on, glad to have you on as well. Folks, my family, my rock. I want you to hear it. My family, my rock. And that rock ends with a K. And that K means we have to keep going no matter what on that rock. We have to keep going along that path. Okay, folks, that K, that just came to me. That K is very, very important. That's a rock. The K means you're going to have to keep standing and keep going and keep representing the name, representing your family. So, see you another time. It's hard to say goodbye. We can't tell a lie. Okay, just remember, do like the eagle and soar in the sky. Wally always have something to add at the end of the show. You know what I mean? Always, always, always. So see you, folks. Thank you again. Love you all. Thank you.
Goodbye. God bless everybody and have a lovely holiday. See you all on Wednesday. God bless.
Bye-bye.